Today, once more, they will replenish themselves, cheat death again, through the power of their source.
Matt Stone, 180degreehealth.com.
Hello, boys and girls. It's Matt Stone from 180 Degree Health back in the kitchen. Imagine that. What a concept. Yeah, I haven't been doing much cooking lately or any cooking videos, but today we're making homemade cat food. Just kidding. Now, this is a nice little meat filling for some stuffed bell peppers. This is basically just like making meatballs. So I have eggs and breadcrumbs, which really soften the meat and allow it to cook up without being so dense. And then I have some flavorings in there. In this case, I mean, you could use whatever flavorings you want, but I have finely chopped celery, onion, and some serrano peppers to make it nice and spicy. It's very heavily salted, so it's nice and seasoned up. And it has some fresh chopped oregano in there. But what I'm going to do is take this and stuff it into some bell peppers, and I'll show you that step coming up next. Okay, next step's coming up here. You can see my lovely little peppers here. Just going to give it a little coating in olive oil. Just a drop on the bottom of all these, like that. And just going to rub a nice little fine layer of oil on the outside of the peppers, which would be typical for any roasting that you're doing of peppers. Just want to make sure the skin gets nice and evenly cooked in the oven, and all that good stuff. Okay, there's that. Now we can take some of our little basically meatball dough, you could call it, and bring that over and start packing them in there. Also, one step I didn't show is I did take the time to test out the dough, which you should always do. I got a frying pan out and sampled a little bit of that. I am not going to pack these too tightly. I think I have in the past, and maybe didn't work out as well as I wanted it to. Maybe it's just too much meat in proportion to the peppers or something, but I'm not going to get too carried away with packing it really, really heavy. The eggs in there and stuff does make it expand a little bit. The cooking makes it tighten, so I don't know what's going to win that tug of war, but anyway, I'm not going to stuff it too full. And then I'm going to drop those in the oven, and this is kind of a good, just general rule, but I'm going to start it out hot and get the outside of the pepper a little bit browned, just slightly, and then turn the heat down and let it cook slowly. And that's just a general rule for all of cooking. It's usually better to start out hot and turn the heat down as opposed to try to do it the other way. You certainly don't want, you can always turn the heat down if it's too hot and things are getting dark. But if you are, if we cook these and the pepper's totally done, or the meat's totally done on the inside before the pepper's even got any color on it, then we can't just turn up the heat and get the pepper brown, because by the time that's brown, inside of this is just going to be pretty well brutalized. As you can see, I made the perfect amount of meat. That was just pure luck. And we're good to go. I want to put the lids on those, pop them in the oven. Maybe a little bit of aluminum foil in the over. I haven't decided if I'm going to do aluminum foil or not. Yeah, maybe just a thin layer. And then cook those until they're nice and soft and done. I'll show you the finished product when those finally pop out. Also, I might not have mentioned this, but the seeds, you want to pop the seeds out of all the peppers, and got the seeds out of all the lids. Kind of trim those up a little bit so they're looking sharp. And see if we can find the ones that, see if we can put the puzzle together here. Find the right lids for the right peppers. Let's see. Guess that'll work. Okay. And they are really going in the oven now. Okay, well, I can't say that these are like perfect, but they're definitely going to get the job done. What I did, I started them at 450 degrees Fahrenheit just to get them cooking on the outside. Cut it back to 250, and then yeah, covered them with just lightly with aluminum foil and cooked them till they're nice and squishy, but they should be nice and tender. Gonna serve them over some basmati rice And yeah, that's dinner. But nothing too fancy, but it should be quite tasty. So you might want to try making these sometime. I'll see if maybe I could turn this into a post and maybe put the ingredients down, give you a little rough guide to whipping up a batch for yourself. Anyway, peace out. Matt Stone of 180 Degree Health. See you soon.
Subscribe to the 180 Degree Health channel now, or you will be abducted by lesbian Nazi hookers from outer space and forced into a weight loss program.
It doesn't matter what you had for lunch.